Well, howdly doodlerino, everyone. It's Blue. This is the Blue Tube. I've just appeared to be stroking out there for the beginning of this video. Welcome back to a little bit of Borderlands 2. Oh my goodness. Okay, so when we left off, we just got to Sanctuary. What are we gonna do? We'll do this. We'll assassinate the assassins, right? Oh no! I don't want to go. Get out of town. All right. I want to come all the way back here. This is a pain in the butt. Oh, but for some reason, the fast travel station didn't activate, so we're going to have to run outside Sanctuary. Oh my goodness. Why? Why must I be resigned to this cruel fate? And also, some of the missions we got last time, have not properly worked here. So, this one from Zed we have to pick up, and there's one over there from Sir Hammerlock, but we can get that later on. Man, why do they give out medical licenses so easily on Pandora? But not to Zed. Poor dude. Anywho. How's everyone going today? Hopefully, everyone is pretty good. I think I'm going to use this kind of series as a bit of a therapeutic thing, you know, just to talk about some stuff. Borderlands, especially the earlier parts of Borderlands, pretty easy game for me, really. I know the whole thing like the back of my hand, so I can just go and do it without too much trouble, and I can just ramble on about stuff that's happening in life. So what is happening in life? I want to be moving soon. It's gonna be I don't know, pretty interesting. If anyone doesn't know, I live in Tasmania at the moment, and I'm going to be going up to Melbourne. I don't know anyone in Melbourne. I don't have a place to stay in Melbourne. So it's going to be interesting. Yeah, so I'll be, it's, data recording now is the 19th of the 12th. And I will be moving in roughly, in fact, I think about 1 month exactly. So, keep your eyes out. There's probably going to be a big lack of content when the move happens, because, you know, I'm going to be, don't know, having access to anything, but that is just how it happens. I'm really keen to move. I don't like it here in Tasmania. I don't think there's an awful lot of, oh my god. Not like this. Come on. I don't think there's an awful lot of positive reasons to be here. Bad memories, bad people. Maybe I just need a change of scenery. Stuff like that. It's going to be a really busy week. This coming week for me too, because I've got all these appointments before I leave. Got to finish stuff off. Oh, hello there. Hello. Level 9s, these guys are. Come on. There you go. Give me a stab. There we go. There's some damage. Alrighty. Take that. Yeah, it's very busy, so I don't know, I'm kind of procrastinating. I should be doing stuff now, but instead I'm playing Borderlands. I know. I'm bad. You know, games were always a bit of an escape for me when I was younger. What was the first game you guys ever played? I think the first game I ever played was maybe SimCity 2000. It could have been SimCity 2000. It could have been Lemmings. I think both are pretty equally likely. I remember we had a very, very old computer. Well, I guess it wasn't that old. It was probably not all that old, but I was young. I had an old computer, and I used to play all these great games on it. Actually, let me think. There was Lemmings. If you don't know about Lemmings, then well, I don't know what you're doing with your life. I used to play SimCity, which again, what are you doing with your life? If you don't know SimCity. And I would also play this great game called Glider. It would be like you're a paper airplane and you had to fly around these levels and use like little heat vents to get yourself around and avoid obstacles, stuff like that. And I don't know why, it just was really fun because I used to be able to make your own levels. I was terrible at it, of course. I was like a little kid, but when I'd make these levels, I'd always choose this one background and I'd try to like put some heat vents down so I could glide through it really easily because I was terrible at the game. I used to play that, and then we had an old, like one of the first, was it an eMac? It must have been an eMac, yeah. First, an old Apple computer, an eMac, and there was this great game on it. It was called Pirates, Adventure Quest or something like that. And oh man, that was a great game. You used to sail around. You could start off. I remember you started off and you could. It was called Pirates Captain's Quest. That's what it was called. And you'd sail around and you could choose at the start when you wanted to be a privateer or a tradesman or a pirate. And I was always a pirate or a privateer, just because I like the idea of that. Oh, I might as well do Doc Mercy here. And oh boy, that game was magical. I used to sail around the ocean, and it was pretty in depth too. You could like choose your gear, like you'd have to, you know, say, oh, you know, I want to carry so much rum and so many cannonballs, because you could go to other ports and trade. Of course, I never really did much of this because I was terrible at the game, but the capability was there. I always, you know, there was tobacco and rum and gunpowder, and you had like sometimes you'd run out of gunpowder while you were in the middle of a fight. Oh man, the fights, that was amazing. I was always so afraid when I saw another ship. I would because I remember you could do two things. You could get close enough and you'd be firing your cannons off, and there was this little audio cue like, oh, cannons ready, Captain. My mum was talking about that a couple days ago. She was like, oh yes, Captain, cannons ready. And she was talking about how I used to always play it. The other thing you could do is if you rammed their boat, you'd board them. Oh man, that was nerve-wracking for me as like probably not even a 10-year-old kid. Very, very young. And you used to go onto their ship, and it would go into a little 2D sequence where you would fight the enemy captain. Oh. Come on, Doc Mercy. Don't hold out on me. Give me that gun. Oh boy. Yeah, going to this little 2D sequence, and you have to. I don't know if you've ever played Nidhogg. I haven't, but I just know it's similar to it. There'd be like a high, low, and a bottom. A high, medium, and low, and you'd have to like block and stab in high or low. And I remember I was terrible at it, and my captain always used to get stabbed, and I was so afraid of it. But I wanted to keep on going, and there was like this horrible death sound. I don't know what it was. In other news, we got our first legendary, the Infinity. It's called the Infinity because it's got an infinity there, and it never runs out of bullets. Also, Rapid Infinity is pretty nice. Although we got a TD or Mali 1 grip for it, which is kind of crap. I don't think it can even come in a different barrel, because that's a special infinity barrel, and it always gonna come in Vladoff. So yeah, we just got unlucky with the grip, and of course it's not elemental, but it doesn't need to be elemental. This could be a bit of a backup weapon. Oh yes, pirates. You could land at ports, and you could refuel things, and man, that was one of the first games where I felt like the magic. I felt the gaming magic. Next time that came. Has got to be Minecraft. Man, what a cool game Minecraft is. People give it a lot of shit. It's worthy of a decent amount of shit because, you know, a lot of stupid little kids play it. Things like that, but dude, what a game. Notch being that one guy creating it by himself. You know, you gotta give him solid props for that. Yeah, come on. Solid props for that. And I remember watching that finding about Minecraft for the very first time on a TV show called Good Game Spawn Point. When I was a little kiddo. Was still in oh man, I don't know how old I would have been. Probably I couldn't have been in grade 6. I was probably in grade 5 or grade 6 when I first discovered it. Maybe early grade 6. And let's see, grade 6, I would have been just turning 11 or something. Either just turning 11 or just turning 12 that year. But that's when I found out Minecraft, and I saw it on Good Game Spawn Point, and I saw everything was blocks. I thought, holy crap, this is like Lego, but a game, and there are infinite blocks. And I think that's one of the reasons it attracts such a young demographic, you know, because I used to play with Lego a ton when I was a little kid. I used to, you know, a friend of mine that used to live up the street, Mark, you know, we used to go and grab Lego and we'd set up these intricate role-playing games, these, we'd set up all these different plates and put Lego things on them and set up like quests for us to do, and man, it was great fun back then. We'd have like all these special, unique Lego parts. We'd be like artifacts and relics and things, and it was just a good time. Makes me remember it. Sell. I just want to sell as much stuff as we can now, just because money is important. Because we're going to be finding some good upgrades through the vendors. Okay. I'll assassinate the assassins now. Yeah, I played that, and then unfortunately my computer was very, very bad at the time. It was this terrible Dell piece of oh no, I didn't look at Doc Mercy's freaking body. Oh goodness. Yeah, it was this terrible Dell piece of trash. And even though like it should have run fine, Minecraft would run terribly slow, and every like 20 minutes it would just straight up crash the desktop. Could not figure out why. No reason whatsoever. Just crashed the desktop. Looked around, and I was young. My troubleshooting skills were subpar, to be honest. Alrighty. E-Tech, yeah. So I didn't actually end up playing that much Minecraft. I bought it, you know, it was nice and cheap, you know, I played around with it for a little while. I remember watching, one of my first YouTubers that I ever watched was Daniel64YT. Oh man, if I remembered his name, I'm gonna be super happy. But he went by X, and the series was X's Adventures in Minecraft. And man, what that basically got me started for YouTube as well. You know, like I'd come home and I'd be waiting for the new episode to come out because he was setting out all these cool things. He organized his episodes with it. It was nothing crazy, nothing, you know, he's probably better than me, but it was nothing crazy. He'd just like go on adventures and say, all right, you know, now we're going to travel west, and he'd make a boat and he'd sail west or something, and he'd have all these different mining platforms, this big mine. It was back in, you know, terrible Minecraft days where they'd hardly even had redstone, so it was really a big limit to what you could do, but I could see the adventure, and I could see the narrative that he made and the storyline, and man, I think every time I've ever played Minecraft, I've wanted to emulate him. I don't know, there's just something so magical about it, about creating your own world. After Minecraft, let's see. Probably the next biggest one was Terraria. Ooh. And I don't know if you guys know about Terraria. Probably a less popular game than Minecraft, but still pretty big. But man, it was crazy. It's moved so many units. It went like hotcakes, and it was a great game. It was like Minecraft, but a little bit simpler. It was just 2D. But there was all this crazy stuff that you couldn't do in Minecraft. Like, there were bosses. What else was there? There were like special magical weapons. It was basically what Minecraft is with mods in 2D, and it ran on my computer, which was the big point. So that was definitely what I gravitated to. I remember I wanted Terraria so bad, and I remember my dad wouldn't let me, and I was like literally devastated. And he ended up buying it for me just so that he didn't feel bad or something like that. I kind of, it was a bit of a stupid thing to do. But again, like, why was he trying to not let me play games? What's the deal with that? Alright. Badass Psycho. We got an assassin of some description. There we go. Nice little crit. Yeah, what was the deal with that? You know, doesn't want to let me play games. So I'm not feeling too caught up about, you know, kind of blackmailing him as a little kid. And again, I was a little kid, so don't take me too seriously here. This isn't like yesterday I was crying in my bed because Dad wouldn't buy me Minecraft. But, man, I had so much fun. I figured out how to host a server in Terraria. And my friends and I, we played on this server like every day. Every day we'd come on and we just want to get further in the game. We'd make this huge base. Remember, this is early Terraria days as well, but we'd make all these bases. We'd like have so much gold that we just make our house out of gold, because why not? You're that rich, why not flaunt it, you know? And we sure did. But then, you know, that was in the time of my life where the internet, oh no, the internet, don't get my parents started on that. That was a big point of tension in our household when I was a kid. Because we had a terrible, tiny little plan. It was 10 gigabytes a month. And man, as a little kid, discovering online gaming, discovering YouTube, the internet, downloading movies, LimeWire, you know LimeWire, you get a bunch of music off that. There was no way 10 gig was going to suffice. So I fought tooth and nail to get that. And it worked. In the end, you know, after a lot of tears, a lot of stress from me and my parents, we ended up getting a 50 gigabytes a month plan. That was great until later on, but we'll get to that later, you know. But I ended up getting that, and man, my Terraria server flourished. My two friends and I, we were just on that. We had a ball. I don't really know what else happened in my life apart from that, really. Those are the things that are extremely stand out, that, you know, that are so clear in terms of my memory. I'm not sure when Dota came into the picture, but it can't have been too far after. I think I said, when did I start playing Dota? I don't remember. It would be... It was 2012 was when I started. Okay, Jesus. So, last year... I've got to do math and play games at the same time. Math isn't even my strong suit. Let's see. Last year was 2016, and I was in grade 12. So, -4 from that. I started in grade 8. Really? ...2016, 2015, 2014, 2013, 2012. Yeah, it's 4 years ago. Holy crap. And grade 8, so I had just turned like 14 or... I was probably turning 15 that year. Yeah, okay. I was turning 15 that year and I discovered Dota. Of course, I was pretty terrible at it for the start. But I remember discovering Dota actually. That was kind of crazy. Maybe I'll leave that for another episode. My journey in Dota. Yeah. Badass sighted. Get out of here. Oh yeah, you've been poisoned. There you go. There's a little eulogy of my my early gaming career. I think it just goes to show the magic. There's absolute magic in video games. Anyone that doesn't say video games are an art form, you are doing yourself an intellectual disservice, because to so many people, video games are just this incredible outlet, this other world to explore. And I was never a gamer who cared about story. There are a couple games where I like the story. Deus Ex, Human Revolution, and Far Cry 3 come to mind as like probably the two biggest ones. But apart from those two, and maybe a handful of others, I could really not give less of a crap about a story, you know. The Call of Duty campaign, do I really care? The answer's no, by the way. Well, get out of town. No suicide here. Ouch. Got a clip by that one. Yeah, I was all about the gameplay and all about creating a world and being in that world. That's why Terraria and Minecraft, I think, were such awesome games. And I think those two are really the gold standard. Because there's been a ton of Minecraft clones and a ton of Terraria clones, but I don't think none have really lived up to it. You know, Starbound was a thing a little while ago. I remember that was pretty fun in grade 9. But, you know, look at it now. Starbound's a dead game. Like, who gives a crap about Starbound? No one does. It's Garbo. There's been pretty much as soon as anything with Minecraft came, it was like blocks. Get some blocks. Get some crafting. Get zombies and skeletons. That's gonna be the ticket. That's the money maker there. Blocks, crafting, and skeletons. And a lot of places tried. A lot of games did, but not many really took ground. I can think of, you know, a couple. Like Rust. It's kind of like Minecraft for teenagers, I guess, where you could run around naked and hit people with a rock, but I never really got into Rust. That shit just seems a little bit dumb. Well, there you go. Finish the mission. Beautiful. What we got here? High damage. Sure is SpongeBob. And, oh, even better. It's got that extra pellet. Head back to Sanctuary. In fact, there's a pretty big update for Terraria coming out pretty soon. Maybe, you know what? I'm going to play Terraria. I'm going to play it on this YouTube channel. When that new Terraria update comes out. And maybe I'll play some Minecraft too, you know? Call me a little nerd if you want, but I'm going to get back in touch with my childhood. So screw you. Alright. Might be a little bit of a shorter episode today. We've been recording for about 25 minutes. But I've just completed a couple missions and I've done a little bit of talking. That's always good, isn't it? Ah. Let's see what we got here. Actually, probably not too bad. And there's a mod that significantly changes spikers and dart guns in Borderlands, so they're actually usable now. Yay! Not pieces of garbage. Alright. We gotta hunt the Firehawk. Maybe I'll get there. I'll get to where the mission starts and then we will head off. And I'll cut this episode there. In fact, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna record some Dota. Because I have not recorded a pub in a while. There hasn't been much content on this YouTube channel to do with Dota, and I'm definitely a Dota player primarily, so I want to stick to that. But again, I don't want to like make another channel because you know my viewer base on this channel is already pretty damn low, so you know it doesn't make sense to start off completely fresh again. Did I seriously not unlock? Of course I. Come on, mate. For some reason the fast travel point isn't working. Oh well, do a little bit of walking. Beep beep. That means it is now 10 o'clock at night. Whew. Well, I'm going to record one game of Dota, I'm going to cast one game, and then I am going to head to bed. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that, but it is windy outside. The chances of these episodes actually coming out very often are pretty slim. Probably once a week, I would imagine. I will be playing Borderlands for a little while. And that's just because my roommate will be here during the week. He isn't here for this next couple days because he is setting up. Well, he's doing something. He's just not here. I guess you don't need to know why. You'll go stalk him or something. But he's not here. So maybe I'll try and like record a bunch tomorrow. Oh, he's gonna get back tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know. I'll maybe try and record a bunch when he's not around, so that you know he's not making noise, because he does make noise. Piece of crap. Just sits next to me and screams. Literally. So don't expect these to come out super often. I do like playing other games though. Dota's not my main jam. You know, I play an awful lot of stuff. So I kind of want to document my little gaming experience because you know I love games. Love me some video games. Love some Dota. Love a lot of stuff. So I'm doing that. Anyway, we're now at the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed this one. Hope you enjoyed a little bit more of a documentary of my life. But that's probably going to be what this kind of series is. Just want to be playing some games and talking about it. Talking about me. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to. And I'll catch you next time.